When you go back and you watch some of the most highly anticipated teams in all of college football, you're bound to see the Fighting Illini, otherwise known as Illinois. Their needs to be studied, and it's what I'm talking about today. The Illini. They were hyped for this season, even starting at number 9 after taking down West Illinois, Duke, and Western Michigan very comfortably. But where did things go wrong? It all started in the game against Indiana, where the Illini would be playing an extremely hard game against the odds against the Illini. But little did anyone watching this game know, at a close 7-7 game would turn out to be one of the biggest blowouts out of two ranked top 20 teams. It started simple, a touchdown by Indiana, but it wasn't over yet. The second quarter, another touchdown by the Hoosiers. So we just figured that maybe this game could be better. The Illini will still be able to make it close. If you thought it was going to be like that, you were on a different planet. Another touchdown, but a field goal. 10-35 at halftime. What just happened? How did we go from a 7-7, what looked to be like going to be in a crazy, entertaining game, is turning out to be a bad one? How did we get this? Two really good teams, and the Illini, they're a top 10 team. This is why, if you assume that a team is in the top 10 and they're amazing, you could be very wrong. It got even worse. Another touchdown by the Hoosiers, and another touchdown, followed up by two more touchdowns. The game by that point was over. How did this game even happen? Something I am still trying my best to figure out. But how did it even happen? A team this good gets completely whooped 63-10. It's almost impossible. But it happened. They bounced back against number 21 USC, but it was not a good game. They had to go down the field, kick a game-winning field goal to make it 34-32 in the final score. That's when we thought maybe the Illini just weren't better than Indiana. Then they beat Purdue. But their defense didn't look good. Neither did their offense. In what some people might consider a close 43-27 game. Against Purdue, that's the worst thing you want to see. But then they lost to number 1 Ohio State 34-16. Which, to be honest, isn't that bad, considering you're playing the number 1 team. It's better than losing to number 19, but still, you've already lost 2 games. You most likely don't stand a chance. Then, it happened. They lost again. There is not words to describe how Illini fans felt after falling in this game. Again, they made it look good. 3-7. They don't play bad. It was 14-3 going into the second quarter. It's when the Illini struck back 2 straight touchdowns. They still weren't winning after a Washington touchdown. It was 21-17 in halftime. Could it be maybe they can come back from behind? It wasn't going to happen that way. Jonah Coleman, touchdown. Denzel Boston, touchdown. But They interrupted the pain with a Jordan Anderson touchdown. That wasn't changing much. The game ended with a 42-25 final score. But it didn't help that they had just lost their third game and were now eliminated from postseason contention. Last week, they took on Rutgers, a decent game by the offense, but there's no saying where the Illini go from this. The Illini are done. They're not winning anything. They've already lost their 3 games in the Big Ten. They've already lost their 3 games in the FBS, meaning that they're eliminated from the postseason, guaranteed. And they play Maryland, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. Illinois has about a 90% chance to finish off the year with a 9-3 record. But the damage has already been done. How did the Illini fall this bad? And the answer is there's not much. The Illini were not over prepared, but their expectations were a lot higher than their capabilities. A lot higher. So when the Illini finally got exposed against Indiana, this came to be a massive shocker. But it wasn't. If you really saw how the Illini were, this was not a shocker at all. Another showcase in their USC game. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't pretty either. They looked a little shaky in parts of the game, but in other parts of the game, they looked magnificent. Illini looked like they were a team where they could be good one day, and then the next, they don't even show up to practice. The Ohio State game, they came to play. They played their hearts out, but could not get it done. Washington, there was nothing. Nothing there. And obviously, they could beat Rutgers. The Illini were certainly not a top 25 team, but they were certainly a team that could probably contend for a bowl game. They were certainly a team that could be really good, but the Illini were just they were just over-expected, and they weren't able to compete with those top-tier teams. And not to say that Washington is a top-tier team after losing to Wisconsin. Not saying that. But in the end, I think Illini fans have a lot of pain and suffering to deal with, so I'll not be so mean. But it's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening with the Illini. Maybe they even lose another game. But that's all for the future. Thank you guys. And if you made it this long, which I know you didn't because my retention is 0% by this point, please like and subscribe. I have like over 100 views and I have yet to get a subscriber. So if you could do that, please. It's free. You can change your mind later. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Thank you all. And I'll see you tomorrow.